How old were you when you realized you were the son of a president?
I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before.
FX's Love Story. John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
I didn't think I could love someone like this until you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
It's not a question of if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. It's if I'm cut out to be Mrs. JFK Jr.
FX's Love Story. John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Watch now on FX, Hulu, and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel. In our journey of decades, we leap another 10 years and enter the 21st century. Movies of 2006. Movies this year celebrating a 20th anniversary. And here to join me, a woman who still looks like she's in her 20s, my lovely wife, Carrie. Carrie, how are you doing?
Oh, that was recorded.
Yes, it
I'm
was.
Keeping that for
You have a new ringtone.
quality assurance. Ooh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
He's such a liar, but thank you.
You are welcome. All right, so 2006, we're entering the world of high definition and everything. Things are now 16 by 9, sometimes feeling a little stretched, but that's okay. And a really good year for films. How hard was it for you to pick from this batch of movies?
You know what? I found this to be easier than the past 2 decades that we covered previous.
I found the past hard to pick for 2006.
I did not. That was, for me, it was a bit of a no-brainer.
Oh, I am now curious to see what you got for this one. We're going to pick a couple of 20-year-old movies each, a keep, a watch, and a pass, and you know what that means. So, Carrie, over to you, your keep 20-year-old film.
One of my absolute favorite Will Smith movies is not when he's being silly or The Fresh Prince, but when he plays, a down on his luck, out of work, just trying his best for his family and his little guy. The Pursuit of Happiness, and happy with a Y, by the way, is this movie. If it is on, I am stopping everything and watching it and hand me the box of tissues because I love this movie. I think it's beautifully done. The story is just so touching.
Mm-hmm.
And the performance, Will Smith just brings it. He brought it for this movie, and it's so good.
The scene that gutted me in this movie. And spoilers, actually not even spoilers. It's one scene. It's not going to spoil anything. But the scene that gutted me in this film was when they were trying to get a night's sleep in the subway washroom and trying to prop the door closed so they didn't get thrown out. That scene just gutted me. Like, as before when you watch it and you're like, oh, okay, it's a heartfelt film, whatever. And then you watch again as a dad and you're like, oh, like right in the feels, because it is. It's a good dad film.
There's like a mom version, and I think it's called The Cleaner or something of the like. The mom is a cleaning lady,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing, right? she's just doing what she's doing, sleeping at train stations and just doing her best to make whatever money that she can to support her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just, the story and the fact that it's not just a movie. You know, this happens in life.
Well, the fact that this is actually based on the real life of Chris Gardner, the character, the real person that Will Smith plays in this. Like, you have people overcoming so much to try to provide for their families. This is one of Will Smith's best roles. Here's a guy, and I know we kind of talked a little bit, last week about Jim Carrey and trying to walk that comedy and drama line. Will Smith, for all of his comedy roles and all of his, the wisecracking Will Smith in roles, right? When he goes serious and dramatic, he nails it. He's killer at it. I want to say he slaps, but maybe too soon. But still, he's great at it. And a film like this is a juicy role, right? Because it's such a feel-good story. And no matter what you think of kind of the Will Smithiest roles that are out there, Bad Boys, this film proves that he is one of the best of his generation and being able to walk both paths of acting roles. So hat tip to Will Smith. And I'm a little surprised at you because not only do you have a very good Will Smith film coming out in that year, but you also have a very, very good Kevin Smith film that comes out. Clerks 2 is my keep pick, complete with the donkey show and everything. The first Clerks was really good. It was good for what it was. Clerks 3, yeah. If you want to feel existential dread, go for it. Clerks 2 was the perfect proof that these characters that Kevin Smith created, and maybe one could say, could call them one-note characters. Jay and Silent Bob are kind of one-note characters because they don't really progress too much until you get to like Jay and Silent Bob reboot. But the ability to develop and advance the characters' lives for Dante and Randall, this is a great, probably the best Dante and Randall story of the New Jersey trilogy, of the Clerks movies. Yes, you put Rosario Dawson in something, it's going to be awesome because that's what Rosario Dawson does. Even in the worst movies, Rosario Dawson rules. But I even like the inclusion of Elias in this one because that gives Randall someone to grow with as well. Even though I wasn't a big fan of Elias in Clerks 3. But like Clerks 2 to you, like, is this the best Clerks film?
I completely agree with everything you say.
Right there you go.
Not to escalate this and
that's on record.
Wrap it up.
I have a new ringtone now.
It was my watch. It was my watch, so I completely agree with everything. Although I didn't dislike the third movie. I think it was.
I didn't dislike it, but it gives you existential dread.
It was important because it was a coming of age. It was like everybody ages, and unfortunately, some don't make it. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't like watching movies that make me cry. So if I'm ever passing on Clerks 3, it's only because of that. But 2 was, it was the perfect build. It was the relationship, formed. It was,
but it was the perfect balance between, human growth and character growth and comedy as well. Like the characters felt things, but it didn't feel like it lived in that. Like Clerks 3 should have been subtitled Brian O'Halloran is about to feel things.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely was my favorite. It was so much fun. Oh my God. The bachelor party where they closed down
Yeah.
Was it the movie burger?
Oh, the donkey.
Oh,
Oh, the donkey. Kinky
That-
Kelly.
has to be a health code violation right there.
Yeah, Kinky Kelly's about to put on a show and no one's going to forget it. All right. Well, since your watch pick is already taken, it's time for my watch pick. And I'm going with something a little bit more action filled, a little bit more adrenaline filled, something a little bit more, how do I put it, manic and crazy. Because Crank was released in 2006, one of the best Jason Statham films out there.
Ooh, that's a bold statement.
Okay, one of the best Jason Statham films. What would you consider to be some of the best Jason Statham films? I'm curious now.
Oh, I didn't study for this, but
But you're going to challenge my thing on Crank. I'm going to throw it out to you.
oh my God. More recent. He played a baddie.
I mean, he was good, of course, in Hobbs and Shaw. He was good when he was in the Fast and the Furious films. I like him in the Expendables films, even when the Expendables films aren't that great. Expendables 3 and Expend4bles. I mean, he's one of the better parts of the Expendables franchise. Jason Statham, I think, is one of the best action stars of the 21st century. I don't think I'm going out too far on a limb on that one. You know, he is our 21st century Jean-Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris. Like he's all of that, but yet with a modern flair to him. You know, he is our modern day action star. But Crank is so much fun. And it's so balls to the wall, you know, front to end, beginning to back, credit to credit adrenaline, but still has enough moments to let you breathe. And some of the action and fight sequences, I get a film like Hardcore Henry can cause a little bit of motion sickness because of the way it was shot. Crank is brilliant and fun. And even Crank 2 was good too. Like normally you don't get a sequel to a film like this and have it work. But yet the fact that Crank 2 starts when Crank 1 ends, brilliant. There's a reason why Jason Statham still gets these fantastic action role movies today. It's movies like Crank because he blends action and comedy perhaps better than most action stars of his day. All right, Carrie, over to you for your pass pick from 2006.
My pass pick, one could say, is very nice. Borat. Ugh. I really wanted to like this movie, and when it came out, I was kind of excited to go and see it. And then I want the 2 hours of my life back. I just found it annoying. It was annoying. The character, I wasn't a fan. I actually didn't get it. I was like, no, just end it. Spare me.
You know, it's funny. The Borat film, I mean, the first Borat film had its moments. The problem, though, is that all the best moments are like right in it's in the trailer.
In the trailer, right? I could have saved, like I said, I want the 2 hours back. I could have saved a lot of time, just watch the trailer and called it a day.
I get people like the Ali G show. I get people like this. It's Sacha Baron Cohen comedy is just, it's not my wheelhouse. It's not for me.
It's not funny.
No, I don't think it was. The second one was unnecessary. Really. I mean, the best thing out of the second one is the world got to meet Maria Bakalova, who then went on to be in movies like The Bubble and the voice of Cosmo in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and has moved on from there, which is great.
She was so great. I felt bad for her. as an actress,
Mm.
that this was her breakout role.
I feel bad for her that she had to be that close to Rudy Giuliani. All right, for my pass pick, I feel kind of weird picking this film because, of course, we're just coming off the curtain call of Stranger Things, and all that was of that film, as so good as Winona Ryder was in that movie, I'm picking a Winona Ryder film as my pass pick.
Which one can you pass on?
Not for Winona Ryder. Okay. Let me put this out there. Okay. Not for Winona Ryder. I'm passing on the Darwin Awards.
Oh. And now that I think of it, I have in the past poo-pooed a Winona Ryder movie as well. Remember when I said I didn't enjoy Heathers as much as I thought?
I get that.
And I like Christian Slater.
Mm-hmm.
And Winona Ryder.
You went against your own sensibilities.
I didn't like Heathers either, so
Fair.
here we are. Okay.
But here's the thing with the Darwin Awards. If you've never heard of this film, I guarantee you've heard of the actual Darwin Awards. You know that phrase, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes? This is what the Darwin Awards is. People who have passed away thanks only to their own stupidity in a way that can only be best described as somehow involves something from Acme, because stupid-ish happens, right? You know, you've heard about some of these stories where like people who, you know, try to get something from a vending machine and the chocolate bar gets caught and they try to put their arm up it and then they get caught and they try to shake their arm out and the thing falls on them and they die. That is a Darwin Award winner, right? The people who do stupid-ish, the people who think that cruise control is actually autopilot and then crash their RV. That's the Darwin Awards. So the whole movie is based on a police profiler who is obsessed with the Darwin Awards. And while on leave, he gets paired up with an insurance adjuster who is assigned to unusual cases, usually those of people who end up winning the Darwin Awards. And so the two of them together try to find a way to identify people stupid enough to do these things and how to prevent it. I mean, the concept's okay, but the execution of it is not good. And throughout the film, they're basically reenacting all these different Darwin Awards situations. And that's the best part of the film. And the problem is, it's not that deep a movie. You also have a really good cast list. It stars Joseph Fiennes, Winona Ryder, David Arquette, Juliette Lewis, Lucas Haas, Juliana Margulies, and Chris Penn. And, I mean, this is also in the same year the Idiocracy comes out, which kind of feels like a documentary right now. I wish the Darwin Awards didn't feel like a documentary at times, but it's not good. The only thing the 2006 proved was that 2006 thought that humanity was dumb as rocks. If you have the Darwin Awards film and Idiocracy come out in the same year, that's what the year thought of us.
When did Jackass come out? Because it feels like it would be around the same time.
See, the problem with Jackass, right, is it was people doing dumb-ish. It really was. And it's just one of those things where, why? Just why? The first episode of Jackass aired in 2000. So 6 years later. And
yet here we are, and they're still coming back.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Don't need a paycheck that bad. All right, Carrie, please remind our listeners what your keep, watch, and pass picks are for movies released in 2006.
I am keeping The Pursuit of Happiness, watching Clerks 2, and passing on Borat.
All right, I am keeping Clerks 2. I'm watching Crank, and I'm passing on the Darwin Awards. Carrie, thank you so much for this. And to our dear listeners, please remember that in just a couple weeks' time, we're going to be celebrating, quote unquote, the movies of 2025 as Grading on a Curve looks at the movies nominated for Worst Film of the Year. But until that time, you know the drill. If there's a topic that you want us to cover on Keep Watch Pass or a movie that you want us to cover on It's Not That Bad, hit us up on social media at Not That Badcast or go to our website, notthatbadcast.com. Until next time, she's Carrie, I'm Jane. You guys are awesome. This is Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel. Take care.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.